There's a moment, quiet, almost imperceptible, when salt touches water and something ancient awakens. It's not just chemistry, it's memory, a language older than words, older than fear. And when your name meets that memory, something in the universe pauses to listen. This is not superstition. It is vibration. It is recognition. It is your soul being called forward in the presence of a mirror that remembers everything. We're told our names are just labels, but deep inside, you've always felt it. Your name carries a weight, a tone, a pulse. It vibrates uniquely in the field of all things. When you speak your name with intention, especially into water, a living, listening element, it responds. Salt amplifies. It sharpens the signal, strips interference, and aligns your essence with the frequencies of clarity and direction. Water holds memory. This isn't just poetic metaphor. It's a truth echoed even by science. From ancient rituals to modern experiments, the idea that water stores emotion, vibration, even thought, has always resurfaced. So when you place your name into salted water, you're not just performing a ritual, you're initiating an energetic dialogue. You're allowing the water to reflect who you are becoming, not just who you have been. Many carry wounds tied to their name, labels given without consent, energies inherited from generations past. But here, in this sacred moment, salt and water do not judge. They cleanse, they restore, they realign your name to its original vibration before it was ever misused or misunderstood. This is your invitation to return home to your own sound. To begin this journey, you don't need to believe blindly. You need only to listen. Not with your ears, but with your inner sense, the one that tingles when truth is near. Because in this simple meeting of salt, water, and your name lies a portal, a ritual, a quiet power that few know, but once felt, can never be forgotten. Every sound carries a frequency. Every word leaves a trace. But your name, spoken with intention, carries something more. It alters the field. It touches the unseen layers of reality that respond not to logic, but to vibration. When you speak your name consciously, the universe hears not just the sound, but the signal behind it. And that signal tells the universe who you are, what you believe you deserve, and what you're ready to claim. Your name is not random. It's a vibrational identity stamped into your existence. Whether it was chosen by family, destiny, or divine alignment, it echoes a pattern that reaches far beyond your personality. It holds layers, emotional, spiritual, even karmic. And when spoken aloud in a sacred space, especially within a container of water and salt, it begins to untangle frequencies that may have been blocked, twisted, or ignored for years. There's a reason why ancient cultures used names in rituals, why mystics whispered them into rivers, oceans, and sacred wells. Names were never meant to be casual. They were meant to be keys. And when that key is turned by your own voice, it unlocks a door between the seen and unseen, not through force, but through resonance. This is not just metaphysical poetry. It is energetic architecture. Your name forms part of the blueprint of your vibration, and when you bring it into ritual, you're tuning yourself like an instrument, clearing the static and fine-tuning the note that the universe responds to. You begin to attract not from effort, but from alignment. This practice isn't about ego, it's about remembrance. It's a quiet reclaiming of your spiritual signature in a world that constantly asks you to be someone else. And when you say your name with presence into salted water that listens, you remind the universe that you're here, awake, and ready to live as your most aligned self. You are now in a space where intention meets energy. The objects before you are no longer just tools, they are allies, each one tuned to respond not just to what you do, but to how you feel. This ritual is not about precision, it's about presence, about placing your full self into each act, knowing that the unseen responds to sincerity more than perfection. Take the piece of paper and write your full name, first and last, not in haste, but with awareness. Let each letter be a declaration. As you write, feel the weight of your own identity moving through the pen, through the ink, into form. Below your name, write a clear desire, not abstract, not vague, a real experience you wish to live, something tangible, something true. This clarity is the gateway. Hold the paper in your left hand, the receiving hand. This signals your readiness to receive. Now, with your right hand, place the glass of water before you. Slowly add 3 or 7 pinches of salt into the water. Stir clockwise, gently. Watch the salt dissolve. This is not just movement, it is memory dissolving, resistance softening, old frequencies being restructured. Now, speak out loud. With calm, steady presence, read the words you wrote. State your name, state your desire, do it 10 times, slowly. Let the words land. Let them echo, not in the room, but in the field around you. Speak not as someone asking, but as someone claiming. Your voice carries authority when aligned with belief. Say it as if it is already unfolding. Place the paper into the water. Let it float or sink. There is no wrong outcome. What matters is that the name, the desire, and the elements are now merged, aligned. Water is absorbing the message. Salt is amplifying the vibration. And you, your presence, is activating the quantum field where intention becomes matter. You have shifted something real. Stay in silence. Let the stillness complete what the words began. The ritual is not finished when the paper disappears or when the water stills. It is finished when you feel the shift inside, however subtle. That gentle knowing that you've aligned not just with a desire, but with the version of you who already lives it. The ritual ends, but the energy continues. When the words have been spoken and the paper rests in the water, something begins to shift, not always with noise, not always with signs, but always with energy. The ritual does not end when you blow out the candle. It begins to work in the silence that follows. The salt water now holds a fragment of your frequency, and the universe has received the signal. Subtle forces are in motion. You may not feel an instant transformation, and that's okay. This isn't about fireworks, it's about alignment. After a ritual like this, the real magic happens in the way you begin to respond to life differently. You walk a little lighter. Doubt becomes less loud. Synchronicities begin to find you. And your desire? It begins to magnetize its way toward you, not through desperation, but through resonance. Integration is not passive, it's sacred maintenance. In the hours and days after this ritual, treat your mind like a temple. Guard your focus, feed your spirit. Don't obsess over the outcome. Honor the frequency instead. Trust that what you've asked for is already moving toward you, and live as if it's inevitable. Because vibrationally, it already is. There may be moments when the old patterns return: doubt, fear, impatience. That doesn't mean the ritual failed. It means the shift is being tested. Anchor yourself in the memory of the salt, the water, your voice claiming your truth. You've stepped into a new timeline, and your job now is to keep your vibration tuned to the version of you who belongs there. This practice is not a one-time event. It's a doorway, a reminder that your name, your desire, your energy, they matter. And when aligned, they create ripples far beyond what the eye can see. Walk gently now, not because you're fragile, but because you're powerful. You've whispered your truth into the memory of the universe, and the universe is already listening.